What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Tyler Davis, and in today's video we're going to take a look at this Monday Night Football slate, week number 4 here. We got a 2-game slate, so we got a 7:15 Eastern start and 8:15 Eastern start. So usually we get a Monday Night Showdown video here for you guys, but today we're just going to talk about both games, so you can utilize a lot of things I'm saying for for each showdown for both games as well. I'm going to base this off the main classic, but you can use these plays for showdown as well. Hope you guys are enjoying the content here on my channel, trying to grow this channel. So if you can subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified anytime I do drop this content. And if you can hit this video with a like, I really appreciate it. It helps me out so much and allows me to keep providing more videos for you guys here on the channel. All right, let's jump into it. Little AFC East battle first. New York Jets, Miami Dolphins here. Dolphins are, I don't even know what to say right now. I think if the Dolphins lose this game and potentially their next game, maybe even just this game, but if they lose their next two, this one and the following one, I think Mike McDaniel is going to get fired mid-season. I think Tyreek Hill might be traded. Like, it could be completely blown up here for the Dolphins if they lose. I don't think they're going to lose this game to the Jets. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't really know who's going to win. I think it should be a good one. Both teams kind of mid. Justin Fields does return here for the Jets, and he might be my favorite quarterback on the slate. I think it's between him and Bo Nix. But Justin Fields, man, when he is healthy and he's okay, he can rush the ball like no other in the NFL. Now, it was a little bit of a tough game against Buffalo, got hurt, but that game against the Steelers, he was phenomenal. 34-32. They should have won that game, I thought. 218 yards passing, 48 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the ground, which is key. When you get that rushing output there from Justin Fields, then of course week 2 was a struggle. Week 3 got hurt. Tyrod Taylor plays. So I think Fields is in a great spot here. Miami's defense is not good at all. And even if Fields can just get there on the ground, he's going to pay off the salary, $5,500. So I think he's probably my safest quarterback option on this slate. I'm going to be firing up Fields in all formats. Breece Hall at running back is a good play here. The offense is a little bit stagnant, right? It's not the best offense as far as like efficiency. So I think Breece Hall will get the workload. You also got Braylon Allen, who mixes in for like that first and second down role occasionally. But Breece Hall is a guy that will catch the ball in the backfield as well. A little bit more, he would catch the ball in the backfield more with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback than he would with Justin Fields. Justin Fields is not known to check it down too much to his running backs. He can and he will. So I think Breece Hall is fine here. $5,700 is not a bad price tag either. I probably wouldn't play Fields and Hall together, especially in Classic. I'm probably setting a rule there where I max one, unless you really think it's like a full-on Jets onslaught and they just dominate the Dolphins, they put up like 30, 40 points, then you could do it. But I think for the most part, I separate them as I think they eat into each other's rushing touchdown upside. All right, at receiver, we got the main 3 receiver sets have been Garrett Wilson, Tyler Johnson, Allen Lazard, and then we see like Josh Reynolds and Arian Smith kind of mix in and match here. Josh Reynolds, is he fully healthy? He looks like he's fully healthy, so that does open it up a little bit more, where he'll probably fit into more of the 3 receiver sets. So I think Garrett Wilson, of course, is the lone standout play. He had a great week with Tyrod. He had a good week in week 1 against the Steelers. Like I said, Dolphins defense is bad. Garrett Wilson can dominate, so he'd be my favorite. I think you can go with the Fields, Garrett Wilson stack. Like I said, you probably don't want to play Fields, Hall, Wilson all together, but I don't mind the Fields, Garrett Wilson stack. As far as Reynolds, Lazard, Tyler Johnson, I'm probably setting a rule here where I definitely max 2. I probably set a rule where I'm maxing 1. I just don't think this Jets passing offense has the upside to feed, potentially Wilson, and then also Reynolds, Lazard, Reynolds and Lazard, or Lazard and Johnson. Like, I don't think it has the efficiency to feed Wilson plus 2 other receivers, is what I'm trying to say. So I think I'm just going to max 1 of Reynolds, Lazard, and Johnson as my wide receiver rules here. Tight end Mason Taylor, the rookie. We haven't seen much out of him yet. His best game came with Tyrod Taylor. I'm probably avoiding this Jets tight end, situation. We'll see Ruckert in there. He's a blocker. I'm avoiding the Jets tight ends overall. No real interest there. This is a quick timeout to let you guys know that I've been a pro DFS player for over 5 years and have over $100,000 in career winnings. And now I'm giving away all my secrets, which you can check out at patreon.com/tdavisbrand. The link is also in the description below. It's going to give you a cheat sheet for every major slate of the NFL season. So Thursday Night Football, Sunday main slate, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, all the major slates, whether it be Showdown or the regular classic slates, you'll have access to my cheat sheet, as well as access to my private Discord where you can ask me anything fantasy football related. And I also have a NFL DFS ebook, How to Win at Daily Fantasy Football. It goes over every strategy you would want to win some cold hard cash this upcoming NFL season. We talk about things like bankroll management, contest selection, how to win GPPs, cash games, etc. So sign up for the free ebook down in the link in the description below. Let's go to the Dolphins side here. Tua Tagovailoa, 5,200. The price tag's not bad, but like I said, it's a real just mess right now with the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel. Tua has no rushing equity, really. He just tries to hike it, get the ball as quick as possible to a playmaker. He's been turnover prone early in this season. Like I said, I think I prefer Fields and Nix over Tua. Tua will be my third quarterback because I think Browning's in a tough spot on the road against Denver. So I think Tua will be my third quarterback. I think he won't be super high owned, so it's not a bad option here, especially if you want to get a Tyreek, Jalen Waddle double stack. It's easy to fit, easy to afford, which is, in the past we've seen this be explosive in DFS. So it's on the table here. You can easily fit it, like I said, and the upside is always there with these guys, but it's a little bit tough to trust in this situation. But like I said, I think they'd be relatively low, and will Tua be. Then you got Devin Achane, probably the best running back on the entire slate. This guy does it all. They use him as a receiver. They use him in the ground game. Play Devin Achane as much as you can here. I think it's a great Fields-Wilson stack. Bring back with Achane and maybe one other Dolphins receiver, whether it be Tyreek or Waddle. Interesting in tournaments, Ollie Gordon, we've seen get that goal line roll. Looked pretty good last week, 9 for 38, touchdown on the ground. Look for him to be utilized, in the red zone, in the ground, and some early first and second down work. So I don't mind playing Ollie Gordon. And I think it's even okay to play Achane and Gordon together because they don't really eat into each other's upside. Achane's going to get there regardless with the passing game volume. And if Gordon falls in the end zone for 2 goal line touchdowns, then you're cooking with sauce right there. So I don't mind either of those playing them together. I think it's fine. Hill, Waddle, like I said, fine in the double stack. After that, Malik Washington, we've seen have a couple, he's getting there. I don't know if he's, on a 2-game slate, he's definitely worth considering. And on a showdown slate, he's definitely worth considering here for the price tag. But nothing too exciting there, but I think he's worth making your player pool for sure. Then we get the return of Darren Waller. I do believe he'll be pretty limited in this, but I think, I drafted Darren Waller a lot in best ball because remember, Jonnu Smith was really good for the Dolphins last year, and I think Darren Waller in his career has been better than Jonnu Smith. Debatable, maybe he has, maybe he hasn't, but similar type of role. Darren Waller could definitely be productive. The price tag is nice, where I'm willing to take some chances on him, but I do think he'll be a little bit limited in his playing time, so I would limit my exposure and not have too much. Let's go to the Bengals and the Broncos here. Jake Browning, man, it's looked rough. He looked okay against the Jaguars, volume-wise, but just the turnovers, man, for Jake Browning is just there. And it's an extremely, extremely tough matchup here on the road against Denver. They have maybe the best defense in the NFL. No interest in Jake Browning. No interest at all. They're going to be extremely low owned on a 2-game slate. Always worth, trying it in that situation. But it's very volatile. Then you got Chase Brown here, another workhorse running back. It's been a struggle for him as well with the new quarterback. With Joe Burrow, he's out there running the ball. He's catching the passes. He's still fine here. The price tag is not too bad where we can stomach it. He'd be like a bring back option for me. So if I'm looking at like a Bo Nix stack, I maybe bring it back with Chase Brown, just hoping Jake Browning dumps it off like a million times to the running back. Jamar Chase, no interest here. We're going to get Pat Surtain on him. We're going to have Jake Browning at quarterback. It's a little bit tough to stomach there at the price tag. The upside is always there for Chase, and he could easily get you 100 yards receiving here. I just don't think with the price tag and the matchup and the quarterback play, I want to pay that price tag. I think there's other ways I want to go. T. Higgins, now on the other hand, if he gets no Pat Surtain on him, the price tag's a little bit decreased. Like I said, still a tough matchup. Quarterback play isn't ideal, but I think Higgins, I'd be more likely to roster at that price tag. Then you got Yosivas as a third receiver. A couple of these other guys will rotate. No interest there. Noah Fant is out. That opens up Mike Gesicki a little bit here. He'd be a decent, cheap tight end to look at, 2,900. Just hoping he catches a couple passes, maybe falls into the end zone. He'd be a nice value play as well. Broncos side, I love Bo Nix here. Bengals defense is not good. And Bo Nix, it's been a struggle for him. But if you remember last season in his rookie year, he struggled to start the year, and he finished as maybe the rookie of the year. Obviously Daniels won it, but he was right there to win it with Daniels. I thought it was pretty close. I do think Daniels should have won it, and he did. But Nix was very close to winning that rookie of the year because he came on strong in the second half of the season. Now, it's still only 3 games in, but I expect him to pick it up here, and this is a perfect get-right spot against the Bengals at home here in Denver. Love me some Bo Nix on this slate. We know he has that rushing upside, gets close to 30 yards rushing pretty much every game. Then you got a full-blown committee here at running back. J.K. Dobbins gets a lot of that early work, gets a lot of the goal line stuff. R.J. Harvey mixes in as the rookie. You got Tyler Batty playing on third downs. But Dobbins has really played well, and especially like on FanDuel, I think Dobbins is an amazing play on this slate, especially because they should have a lead against the Bengals. Second half, run the rock, chew the clock, and give it to your beast, J.K. Dobbins here, and he's been really, really efficient. Close to like a 6.0 average on the ground here, a couple targets, and he's gotten in the end zone in every single game, and I think he's likely to get in the end zone again here, so I think Dobbins is a great play. Right behind, he's probably my second favorite running back behind Achane on this slate. Receiver, we got a little bit of a rotation. Of course, Courtland Sutton is like the alpha. He's like the Marcus Colston of Sean Payton's old offenses, if you're old enough to remember those Saints offenses. But Courtland Sutton is the alpha here. He's the clear number one target. Obviously, we want to get to him as much as possible. Him and Garrett Wilson, probably my two favorites. And then you got Tyreek and Waddle that kind of rotate as my third and fourths. But I think he's definitely, in all formats in play here. Then you got Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, Trent Sherfield, Pat Bryant. These guys will kind of rotate in and out. Troy Franklin has really come on, though, and played a lot of snaps lately for the Broncos. And he's looked okay. That game 2 against the Colts, he went bonkers. He was phenomenal. A little bit of a drop in week 3, but the matchup was tough. Good matchup here with Franklin. Price tag's cheap. Marvin Mims a little bit banged up, so we have to monitor that status. He's like the big home run threat here. He's very volatile, but he can pay off easily for one big play down the field. Then if he's out, you got Sherfield, you got Pat Bryant. You could definitely include them in your play pool. If Mims is out, you probably want to set a rule here. We are maxing one or two of Franklin, Sherfield, Bryant, and potentially Mims. Don't want to play all of them together. Evan Ingram will make his return here for the Broncos. I want to see how they utilize him. Like in week 1, he just, he didn't do much, and I'm surprised. I thought Sean Payton would find ways to use Evan Ingram. The price tag has really, really decreased, so I think he's worth taking shots on. It's very risky though because they want to run the rock in Denver. They got Adam Troutman, Lucas Krull, who they use as run blockers and stuff. So I don't think Evan Ingram will play like a full amount of snaps or anything, but if Sean Payton can find a way to use this guy, he can be very productive. So he's worth taking shots on in tournaments. So that's it for the 2-game slate here, Monday Night Football. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe to the channel, hit this video with a like, and check out all the videos on my page. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give this video a like. I appreciate it so much, as well as subscribe to the channel here on YouTube so you can check out all the videos that I have to offer.